The current infection rate in South Africa now stands at over 2,000 new cases, with more than 54,000 deaths. One MP on this committee said that because of the death rate, especially those of health workers who rely on PPEs, this should be regarded as a matter of attempted murder. She was responding to this statement.
The administration of the procurement process during the pandemic was not run well, that a lot of things were falling through the cracks. And unfortunately, some of the things falling through the cracks were triggering non-compliance, which resulted into irregular expenditure.
Some of the key audit observations showed certain provinces did not order PPEs at market-related prices. There were insufficient controls over receiving goods. Security at PPE storage facilities were lax. Goods were procured at higher prices than stipulated by National Treasury. Items procured were not in line with World Health Organization and Department of Health regulations. Contracts were entered into with companies that were not tax compliant.
It is totally unacceptable. While we were in the middle of a high-level pandemic last year, and that we have a great shortages of PPEs last year, and other medical equipment. We saw now these kind of pictures this morning of PPEs not handled with care, any care at all. I think this is a shame. I think this is disgusting.
This is probably the biggest insult to public finances that I've ever seen in my life. And the reality is that in as much as there was a pandemic and people were scrambling to get things done, but some of these things are basic, some of these things are deliberate, and some of these things are criminal. And honestly, I think as a committee, we need to really think and consider how we're going to take this forward, because it would be an indictment on all of us and a dereliction of our duty if we don't ask these people, the MECs and the HODs in the provinces, what happened.
I am very keen to get this presentation done again in the presence of the minister and DGs and HODs, and they listen to us. Firstly, they will the AG will go and improve their presentation so that everybody can see, even sitting on a resting chair far away from the computer, to see what we have written here. It must not be an extract from your report. You must bold it and make it look big. But we need to lean towards that. Before 10 o'clock, we need to agree that this matter is so serious that it needs a different way of handling it.
There were also calls for these matters to be reported to the relevant law enforcement agencies. The committee will be calling a meeting with the minister and MECs to respond to this AG report. Abra Babia, SABC News, Parliament.